Ladies and gentlemen, let me ask you something. How many of you want more out of life? More success, more happiness, more fulfillment? Raise your hand if that's you. Now, I want to share something powerful with you, something that can shift the way you think and the way you live. You don't get what you want in life. You get what you're willing to demand from yourself. Take a moment to let that sink in. Your life right now, the quality of your relationships, your health, your career is not determined by your potential or your dreams. It's determined by your standards, what you're willing to accept, what you refuse to tolerate, and what you consistently strive for. That's the foundation of everything you have and everything you'll ever achieve. The truth is, most people don't set their standards high enough. They tell themselves stories like this is good enough or that's just how life is. But let me tell you something, settling is the enemy of greatness. If you want more, if you want to truly transform your life, you must raise your standards. Step 1, decide what you will no longer tolerate. Think about it. Everything you tolerate, whether it's bad habits, toxic relationships, or a lack of discipline, becomes a part of your life. Let me give you an example. If you tolerate being out of shape, then being out of shape becomes your reality. If you tolerate being undervalued at work, you'll continue to be overlooked. The first step to transformation is simple: make a decision. Not a wish, not a hope, a decision about what you will no longer accept. Draw a line in the sand and say no more. You've got to get crystal clear about what you're unwilling to tolerate in your health, your finances, your relationships, and your mindset. It's not enough to wish things were better. Wishing is passive. Deciding is active. Deciding is when you say, I'm done settling for less than I deserve. And when you make that decision, something incredible happens. You unlock the power to change. Step 2, shift your identity. Now, here's the next step. You have to shift your identity. Who do you believe you are? Think about it. Your identity is the thermostat for your life. If you see yourself as someone who's just getting by, guess what? You'll live a just getting by kind of life. But if you see yourself as someone who demands excellence, someone who refuses to settle, someone who's in control, that identity will drive you to take actions that align with that belief. Here's the secret: identity is not fixed, it's fluid. You can rewrite your story. But it starts with this question: who do I need to become to achieve the life I want? When you align your identity with your goals, you stop working against yourself and you start working for yourself. Step 3, use pain as a catalyst. Let's get real for a moment. Change isn't easy, it's uncomfortable. It's inconvenient. But do you know what's even harder? Staying stuck. Living with regret. Settling for less than you're capable of. Here's the deal: pain is inevitable. You either feel the pain of growth or the pain of regret. The choice is yours. But here's the good news: you can use pain as a catalyst for change. Ask yourself this: what will it cost me if I don't raise my standards? What will my life look like in 5 years, in 10 years, if I keep tolerating the same excuses, the same habits, the same limitations? When you make the pain of staying the same greater than the pain of taking action, you'll find the strength to move forward. Step 4, take massive, relentless action. Ladies and gentlemen, let me be clear: dreams without action are just fantasies. It's not enough to visualize, to journal, to think positively. Those things are valuable, but they're not enough. If you want results, you've got to take action, massive, relentless action. Here's the thing: you don't have to be perfect. You don't have to know every step of the way. You just have to get moving. Start where you are. Use what you have. Do what you can. Keep going. Action is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. Every small step you take builds momentum, and momentum is powerful. It creates confidence, and confidence creates results. Step 5, surround yourself with excellence. Let me ask you this: who do you spend the most time with? Because whether you realize it or not, the people around you are shaping your standards. If you surround yourself with people who settle, who complain, who make excuses, that energy will drag you down. But if you surround yourself with people who are driven, who are focused, who demand excellence, you'll start to rise to their level. Guard your environment like your life depends on it. Choose to be around people who inspire you, who challenge you, who make you want to be better. Because when you're in an environment of excellence, you can't help but raise your own standards. So here's my challenge to you: raise your standards right here, right now. Make a decision. Decide that you're done settling. Decide that you're going to create a life that reflects your highest potential. Set a new bar for what you'll accept in your health, your career, your relationships, your mindset, and then fully commit to becoming the person who makes it happen. Take the action, do the work. Surround yourself with excellence, and never ever settle for less than you're capable of. Because when you raise your standards, you don't just change your results, you change your entire life. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to demand more. It's time to raise your standards. Let's make it happen.